every weekend. Tune in to watch the best talent from the likes of Cage Warriors, Cage Fury, LFA, RSFC, and many more. Don't miss a moment of the action. Sign up, step into our world, the world of UFC Fight Pass. And now we dive right into the action with Bogdan Grad versus Christian Mach. Austria versus Germany. Bogdan starting off fantastic already with spinning back kick. You can see evidently how much bigger than Bogdan Christian is. But Bogdan is not afraid, looking to close the gap, looking for that lead left hook by leaping and shuffling towards Christian. Christian using his longer legs and limbs to make damage to Bogdan. Ooh, good work in closing the clinch from Christian. Bogdan pushing him right onto the cage. Fantastic work from Bogdan against the bigger opponent.
Look at Bogdan Grad is so strong. Do not let that 173 centimeters fool you.
You're completely right. He's extremely strong, and we saw this last time in his last fight against David Techer, where he won by ground and pound, showing Techer, even though he had fantastic jiu-jitsu, how strong he was and dominating in front. However, now we've seen Mach turn them around and trying to put his hands together to bring Bogdi down. Bogdan working hard against the takedown.
Good defense there.
It looks like he's got his hands
really
together,
strong.
but there we go. Yeah, he's been able to work it. Now Bogdan putting his feet on Mach's hips in order to control his position a little bit, not allow him to advance too much, and see if he can work for something from the bottom. He's going for the omoplata, very explosive try, looks nice. However, Mach is also experienced and he knows what he's doing.
Absolutely, and I've trained only a little bit with Bogdan Grad. He is so skilled, so technical. He is a really, really very well-rounded fighter.
Completely true. He actually comes from a background of kickboxing, but it's very spectacular. He kickboxes with a lot of fantastic kicks. However, now we see him on the bottom in a tough position against a very, very tough German fighter. Everybody's been talking extremely well about Christian Mach. He's a very dangerous professional who, oh wow, looking for the omoplata on the side of Bogdan. Very dangerous, look at this. Wow, this is fantastic. Bogdan doing a great job and showing his skill on the ground as well.
So just how quickly he went into that submission move, from what didn't look like a dominant position. This is this level. This is the athletic ability and the level and skill of his jiu-jitsu.
This is jiu-jitsu. And what he has to try and do now, he's got to try and scoot his hips out in order to get Mach flat on the ground. However, Mach is doing a good job in keeping his arms safe and keeping his weight now on top of Bogdan, where he's a little bit more safe.
He might look a little bit safe, but surely that has got to be a little bit painful.
It depends, actually. As long as his arm is safe on his body, there's not too much leverage on his shoulder. But as soon as Bogdan can free the arm from being on Mach's belly and move his hips out, he's going to have all his body power and strength on the joint of Mach's shoulder. It's a very, very dangerous position. And also Bogdan has great control from here.
Absolutely great control. He is not letting Christian have an inch. He is not letting go of that hold. And he's just completely stifling Christian's game.
Yep, and that's what he wants to do, slowly. But it looks like Christian is out. Bogdan back on the ground, getting some cheeky shots in from the bottom. Looks like he's made some damage there. Wow. And now working on the bottom. Mach looking to secure side control again. Bogdan keeping his frames out and working again to try and find right now what looks like a triangle setup.
So agile, so nimble, not even phased being on the ground right now. Bogdan Grad, really truly dominant performance. But Christian still holding his own. Coming up there just a little bit exhausted. You could see how much that took out of him.
Yep, last 30 seconds of the first round. Christian got the takedown. Christian took him to the ground. Bogdan then did a really good job working off his back. Now it looks like Bogdan is he's got to try and stand up, but obviously there's a little bit of risk in standing up and being 10 seconds from there. He's looking for these up kicks, also very dangerous.
Very dangerous up kick.
Bogdan is savage.
He's so strong, so strong, even on the ground, so strong.
smiling at him. Round number 1. Both fighters get up.
Great first round, Luca, in this co-main event of the evening.
First round of the co-main event of the evening. Bogdan Grad versus Christian Mach. The Ethel brothers in Bogdan's corner, taking care of him, freshening him up. And Peter Sobota in Mach's corner, taking care of him. Great first round. And it was fantastic to see Bogdan can actually take care of himself pretty well on the ground, eh?
Oh, 100%. Like I said before, I've trained with him just a little bit. And I was completely blown away at his jiu-jitsu skill. As you said, his pedigree isn't kickboxing, but he's just so strong in every facet of his combat experience that, yeah, not surprised that he is that dominant on the ground.
Indeed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, spectators at home, round number 2.
Round number 2. What do you think, Bogdan's corner would have advised him to do in round number 2? And same question for Christian's corner.
I'm very curious. I think they saw that Bogdan did a good work on the ground. However, I'm sure they don't want to see him go to the ground again because Bogdan is dangerous on his feet. So I think they're going to try and reinitiate what their game plan was in round 1, as they've not really been able to do any of this yet. So let's see. I think Bogdan also wants to show something. He's looking confident. Mach also ready, even though you can see on his face he's been hit a little bit. The longer fighter, Bogdan with a good overhand left hook.
It must have been exhausting just trying to get out of that hold from Bogdan on the ground, just trying to make sure he didn't get submission with an omoplata.
Yeah, indeed. He had to work for that. It looked like Bogdan was able to survive through that submission attempt. It was difficult to finish, but he was able to make it. Now the crowd calling Bogdan's name. As we all know, he's so loved here in Austria.
Great support, great fans. And of course, the main event in Florian Appliger, also great support here from the Austrian crowds. Cannot wait for that, but right now we're focused on the co-main event. Round number 2, 3 minutes, 30 seconds left of round number 2.
Mach being a southpaw fighter, you can see he's got his left hand loaded back. Can also be interesting. Wow, great body kick from Bogdan and good left hook on the exit, and he goes for the takedown, but Mach looks like he gets a great sprawl. Bogdan keeps on working for it, and he's able to, no he's not, and he works to the back. Great scramble from both these guys. Bogdan's got his hands together, he could try and take him down. Mach comes right to the cage, looking for safety.
Such a great practitioner of jiu-jitsu. As he said, in his commentary, he wants to get to the UFC and he wants to dominate in it faster, and he is proving why he should get his shot.
Indeed. And he just got the first takedown of this round and secured it, and now he can work from the top, where we know he's very dangerous with his heavy-handed ground and pound.
Yeah, and just look at how he's controlling that left hand of Christian. A very awkward position, not letting him, use that hand, and the way he's got it tied behind his back means he just completely immobilized that hand.
Yeah. It's like the old school trick that fathers use on their kids to keep them, to hold them down.
I don't know what
I don't know,
your
maybe
father,
my father was doing.
I'm not sure what that is about, right? You and I need to talk after the show, right? I think we need to unpick that one, some psychology there. But back to the action, 2 minutes left, round number 2. I can't. Oh wow, great elbow from Bogdan.
It was just a cheeky hold that they do at school. That's what I meant. Anyways,
I
don't
knew
know
what
why
you
I
meant.
included my father there, but.
Great kick from Christian.
No, good work. Look at the explosiveness though there. It's fantastic to see. You can see similarities with the style of Karaush.
Yes, very much so. But Bogdan, by the way, great power in those punches. If he connects really cleanly with any one of those, I kind of feel like it will be lights out for Christian. But then Christian is very strong. Oh,
Ooh, Bogdan looking for a spinning elbow on the slip, but Mach looking to connect.
wow.
Good left overhand from Bogdan. Mach makes connection with the leg. Oh, Bogdan looks like he's got a power guillotine in. Mach is in a very difficult position right now. And it looks like it's in. His hands are connected. He's very tight. He's tapping. He's tapping. And he's out. He's out. Bogdan Grad, second round submission by guillotine.
Wow. Wow.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Christian went